Okay. Yeah. Where is it? Okay. That's 70. Oh wait, they're already talking to Gemma. I thought it would be seriously the other guy.
Gemma?
You again? What is it this time?
We just ran into the men who've been threatening you, and we gave them a taste of their own medicine.
So wait, when did we establish that the guy was those guys were actually looking for Gemma?
So, you can relax now. We're here to protect you.
What? Why? I didn't tell you anything. Why would they come after you?
Yeah, what?
Sounds like they're no strangers to you.
Yeah, but they knew you, so that was a
That's putting it
giveaway.
mildly. I know them all too well. And it's been 10 long years. And still every time I try to look into Caesar's death, they show up and warn me not to do anything stupid. How do I know I can trust you? Do you really think you can get to the bottom of it all?
I'm afraid I can't reveal all the details just yet, but I can promise you this. I will expose the Phantom Weasel's true identity. Because you see, this is a personal matter of the utmost importance. I give you my word. Trust me.
Okay.
I've heard that Caesar used to have a magic workshop where he kept a lot of his personal effects. If possible, I'd like to take a look at them. Do you know where it is?
The Fleuve Sonde. But the place was sealed up by the police after his death, and no one's been there since. I also know that the Fleuve Sonde is dangerous territory. Lots of hostile groups lurking around. If you're serious about going there, please be careful.
Understood. Lynette, you stay here and take care of Gemma. Don't let her come to harm.
Got it. But if I'm staying here, I'm
I mean, bon appetit. But stay sharp, too. They're likely to come for you while I'm away.
Okay. Alright. Power saving mode off. I'll start taking this more seriously now.
Why did Lynette say that? Like a robot? Robot? How do you pronounce that correctly? Okay, let's see. Let's go to Caesar's workshop. This reminds me of the Art Conquest or Mid-Child. But should make it out the mechanisms of origin motors that would need blacksmith hole. Yeah, this machine is smart enough to not need the blacksmith yet when to match the little there. And to fall and more for your commission for me. That hinges on how well the autosmiths can perform. Sure, blacksmith. Okay, where is this going? I don't know. Let me have some design for him this workout. Sure, wait, tell me what's matters in the product that is for you, but it's still used for purging. Okay, why is this so long? What? That's a quest? What? Okay, yeah, no. Where is it? Oh, it's underground. Oh. It's stuck to the ceiling there. Oh. Boom.
Skyward! Scatter!
This is this workshop.
If Gemma gave us the right location, then the workshop should be right nearby. Looks like these boxes are blocking the entrance. Let's shift them away first.
You have really moved the boxes aside. Like
There
there's
we
no
go.
one.
It should be just down here.
Okay, now that's more like it. Oh, domain? Are we gonna fight? Wait, I should... my lane is probably gonna get replaced, but... I'll switch the weapon just in case. I'm gonna use Skyward Harp for this, and let's go.
Skyward! Scatter!
Ooh, this is a cool domain. Oh! I'm just gonna die. That was stupid. I can just... Never mind, I can just jump using... Nice, that is pay to win.
Nothing suspicious here, just normal magic props.
The balloons is suspicious. Yeah, it got replaced.
What was that? Oh, is this one of Caesar's gadgets?
Oh, that is...
Guess we must have
Okay.
triggered some sort of device.
Yeah, the weapon got replaced. Oh, nice. Oh, this is a really cool domain design. Like, there's a lot of balloons here.
Gotcha!
Okay.
Skyward! Step
Okay,
right
none of this works.
Skyward!
Okay, there you go.
Whoa. Look. The doll in the box is glowing.
What does that have to do with it? Wow. Okay, same thing as before.
There's something written on the card on this doll. Let's take a closer look.
Wait, is there jazz here? Jazz, no. And the soundtrack is cool as well. Nope. Okay, let's see. I want a bucket of fried chicken that never runs out. Same. I'd like a new bag. No, there's no such thing as fried chicken that never runs out, just as there's no such thing as children who never grow up. Although eating too much fried food is bad for you, make sure to pair it with something healthy like a salad, alright? Caesar. A bit mean to say for a kid. I'd like a little though of I want a robot with cool powers. No, you need your parents' permission to own a pet, and you also need to take good care of it. I brought a fluffy toy dog for you this time. Sure to own a pet, like real dog. Here, for you next time. Okay, it's a really kind of understanding type of nice. Oh, nice sound. The soundtrack is really nice.
These magic boxes are moving. What do we do?
One of them looks different from the rest. Let's investigate.
Can I do this? Oh, okay, so it's find one out of. Okay, not clones. Does it move? Oh yeah, I just need to check that. Yeah, that's it. Okay, this is really fitting for Linny. Story quest. Oh, is that it? Okay, nice. What? I don't get what's with the balloons. There's another wish list. When do we get to your wedding, Uncle Caesar? I wanna watch your shows even when I'm grow up, Uncle Caesar. Do you have to go on tour? Can you stay here with us, Uncle Caesar? Oh my, this round of wishes already exceeded my expectation. The wedding will be held very soon, and don't worry, you're all invited. It's already been scheduled, but I will definitely be back, and you'll always will welcome at my shows if you like my magic, Caesar. So I thought it was like confirmed that Caesar, since they are logging like directly the name Caesar, but I guess this is just the workshop for like his magic stuff, not really the villain stuff for like stealing. It could be if you have this huge of a place. I mean, you could be hiding some stuff here. Definitely suspicious.
That's weird. Have we reached the end already? There's nothing here. Maybe this was a wasted trip.
Linny, what are you looking at?
This place seems a little too ordinary for a magician's workshop. There's a distinct lack of mystery.
I mean, the light of it is already mysterious for
We've
me.
triggered quite a few devices on the way here. I'm starting to wonder whether Caesar built this whole place as one big, elaborate magic contraption.
That would be crazy.
So, then there must be more to this place than meets the eye. Maybe a hidden room somewhere. Aha! If I just move this book, then hopefully... And... presto!
Oh, secret hideout, classic.
Secret passageway.
I'm a magician too. And apparently looks pretty big inside. Let's head in and take a look around.
Alright. Find it. Where is it? Okay, some enemies. I should really do some more a splash of other element before doing Shanyan attack. Kind of waste of swirl. Nice, a chest. Are they hiding some chests here? Nope. No chest hiding here. Oh, is it behind there? Nope. Not here. Here? Okay, no. Let's just continue. Up. Oh, what? Did that just summon too? What? Did that bug out a bit? Okay, yeah, let's go. Physical linear. Boom. Boom. 15k. Nice. 17k. 15k.
And voila! Gotcha!
Why have you stopped, Lenny? Is there some device in that box?
Huh. It just looks familiar somehow. Let me check this out for a second while you guys go on ahead. If anyone makes a major discovery, let's rendezvous here.
All right. See you in a bit.
The placement of this device inside.
Is it the same as your trick?
The placement of this device inside.
What's up there? Another one. Okay, without stepping on the same one.
Oh, seems like we can't step on the same tile twice.
Another
Guess
puzzle.
we've gotta finish it in one
Oh.
run, huh?
I know Paimon, I know how it works. Okay, let's think it through. So do I go here and then I wait for this and then I spin around and I use the center one? Oh, but you cannot. Oh, but it works. Does it go to the end? Yes, it does. Okay, that's easy. Oh my god, I just messed it up. Okay, never mind. It's still worth it. Nice. That looks fairly leany, like maybe Leany is the true magician behind all of this. But again, he is also a magician, Caesar. Ooh, this looks nice, but I cannot take a picture.
Oh, this bookcase is full of Caesar's own notes. He wrote a lot about the principles of magic. Whew. Much to advance for Paimon.
We have a magician here, Paimon.
This book's thick as a brick. Let's take a peek inside it, shall we?
About the wish
At one
list.
of my shows a few days ago, a child asked me how I pulled candy out of my hat. As a joke, I told the kid that the hat has a built-in wish-granting machine. Next thing I know, today a whole bunch of kids were pestering me to pull all sorts of things out of the hat.
So far, still sounds very
So I
wholesome.
told them another white lie. The machine needs time to power up, but in the meantime, you can write your wishes down. Well, they took me up on that offer, enthusiastically. As I write this, I've only just got back from running around all over town, buying the things they wanted.
Wow, that sounds really nice then.
I wound up saving very little this month, but that's not a major issue. Two children came to talk to me after today's show. I don't know why they were out on their own. They looked much too young to be unsupervised. I do hope they got home safely. Anyway, they said that they wanted me to teach them how to do magic. It's not uncommon for children to ask this, of course, but I've never seen any of them as serious about it as these two.
Is it Lenny?
I told them
Possibly?
that learning
No.
magic is very hard work. That didn't faze them at all. It's like they already knew. They seemed so committed. It seems like
It's two
something
children
about
specifically?
Lorenzo
That Lenny and Lynette.
opened up to me about it.
Lauren. Okay, so he knows Lorenzo.
Surely he's not upset that I agreed to teach those two children. I'll have to talk him around. I have a good feeling about those kids. They're naturally talented, and it seems like they're not new to the world of magic. They have all sorts of fantastic ideas. All I'm really doing is helping them develop a more professional standard training plan. They wanted to call me master, but I told them they absolutely mustn't. Any magician worth their salt could have taught them what I have. They're the geniuses here. Compared to them, with time, I have no doubt that they could become far greater magicians than I. My only concern is why they're so mature for their age. I fear they've had to grow up too fast. I don't dare to. Gemma thinks so too. She doesn't like being around them. She says that their eyes are too piercing. They don't bother me, but then again, I've never been the sharpest tool in the shed.
With her finger in her forehead, the tip of an. Hey, I had to do that.
It's nearly time for me to go on tour. I asked the two kids if they'd like to come with me.
Oops.
They shook their heads. I once overheard them talking about their father and their mission. Sounds like their parents have other plans for them. I guess we'll be parting ways soon.
Okay, yeah, I know we're talking about father and their mission. So my parents. Okay, it's definitely lenient lad, but how would they not know that Caesar is their teacher, the master?
It's only been 10 days since I first met them. They're very tough, but also very cautious. And they trust no one but each other. They hide things from me too. For example, when I asked them where they live and why they wanted to learn magic, they lied. That's the thing about children. Whenever they're trying to cover something up, I can sense that their lives have been hard. Possibly even dangerous too. They're not like us after thinking things over. I decided to tell them a bit about how I see the world. It's full of lies and falsehoods. And that is why we must find our own truth. P.S. I hope they won't find my nagging annoying. Children are so opinionated nowadays. Will it do them more harm than good for someone they've only known 10 days to lecture them like that? PPS.
What?
Maybe I'm
Is that a
overthinking
thing?
this.
PPS?
Children aren't interested in grand philosophies. It probably just went in one ear and out the other. I bet they've already forgotten every word I said.
I don't think so. They sound like super smart for their age.
Oh, Caesar, Caesar. Just mind your own business next time.
Stop reading. Okay. Yeah, what do you gotta say to that, Lenny?
With a father and a mission, huh? Sounds a lot like he was writing about Lenny and Lynette, don't you think?
Yeah.
So did they meet Caesar when they were kids?
Okay, Lenny, what's up with this? Please explain. You got some explaining to do. What? I want the truth. Please don't lie to me.
Lenny?
Shh, hold that thought. As I expected, there's a lot of fishy things going on in this place.
Fishy? Uh-oh, what have you found?
All in good time. Before we go over our new leads, I want to tell you how a high-altitude escape is performed. First, the magician slots themselves into a magic box in full view of the audience. The box is then suspended high in the air, and a short while later, the base automatically opens. At this point, a dummy will fall out of the box, but it looks real enough to grab the audience's attention, and they start wailing and screaming. Meanwhile, the real magician, who has by now blended into the crowd, waits for a good moment to make their appearance and put on a hysterical performance. Oh no! Is that me? Did I just fall to my death?
Very vivid description.
Same
I
thing
can
that you
really
did.
Picture it.
But
And
without
then
the murdering things, dying.
The audience's gaze then turns to the magician, and by the time they realize what's happened, the dummy has vanished, as if everything that just happened was some sort of shared illusion. Of course, that's just how I think the process should work, theoretically speaking.
Theoretically speaking, what do you mean?
The inventor of this trick never performed it successfully. When the box opened, Caesar was the one who fell out, and not the dummy.
Is it that high that you would die right away? I'm imagining it's more like 1 or 2 story tall. So you would break some bones, but I don't think you would die from that unless you fall head first.
He fell right to the ground from the highest point of the opera house. No one could hope to survive that fall. Not without a vision, at least.
Yeah, if you have a Nemo vision, you could just fly or whatever, do your thing.
And no one else has ever attempted this trick since. My understanding of how it works is just based on what it could gather from his notes and the relevant gadgets here in his workshop.
But yeah, what's your
Caesar's
relation with
famous
you?
high-altitude escape has never been done. Paimon was about to say how cool it would have been to see it in person, but if it's that dangerous, it's probably for the best that no one else tries to do it. Wait a second. So if a dummy's supposed to drop out of the box, then where does the real magician go? How does he get...
Glad you asked. That brings us to the secret of said box. This box right here is the one that Caesar constructed himself to use in the performance, and it's not as simple as it looks. Inside, there's a device that only the magician himself would know about. Once the magician's inside, and the box is lifted up into the air, the audience's view of the box is fixed at a certain angle. From where they're standing, they have a clear view of the front, sides, and bottom, but the back and the top are now no longer visible. At this point, the magician presses a button inside the box, opening a secret door out of view. He then escapes through this trapdoor onto the opera house roof, waits for the dummy to fall and distract the audience, and quietly returns to ground level.
That's way simpler than Paimon imagined. Even Paimon could probably do it.
Well, there's a little more to it than that, of course. The hardest part of this trick is controlling the audience's mood and reactions. That takes an exceptional degree of showmanship.
It's more like not executing itself, but like stage presence, like the idol
There's
thing.
the falling dummy, the miraculous reappearance, the pompous performing. Maybe the magician would even have themselves tied up before it begins to strengthen the impression that there's no escape. Many days and nights of careful research and painstaking practice would have gone into this, all culminating in a performance just a few minutes long, but one that still manages to transform the shock and grief of a tragic accident to the joy and laughter of a mesmerizing magic trick.
That's what you
Caesar
did,
was a
exactly.
highly accomplished magician. But unfortunately, even he didn't manage to pull it off.
Or did he?
So, how did it go so
I'm questioning
wrong?
everything here.
You said you found some fishy stuff here. Have you figured out what really happened?
Did we just forgot about that? Please explain the
I can
master thing.
I looked into the case files. The magic box Caesar was using at the time of his death had the secret button I mentioned positioned on the right-hand side. And sure enough, he always used his right hand as his dominant hand in public.
Okay.
But here's the strange thing. Most of the devices in this workshop have the mechanism on the left-hand side, including this box right here. Which leads me to believe that Caesar was in fact left-handed.
I'm not sure where you're going with this. Why would Caesar pretend to be right-handed?
Because a magician can't afford to have their most basic habits stand out too much. People naturally focus their attention on the most important details of the task or situation at hand. But a magician needs to be able to redirect an audience's attention at will, so as to avoid arousing their suspicion. The essence of magic is getting people to believe a lie. If even the truth raises eyebrows, the falsehoods become all the more difficult to mask. And so, Caesar trained himself to use his right hand to align with his audience's expectations. Great magic always requires sacrifices. But in his most stressful and nerve-wracking moments, and when no one was watching, reflex would kick in and he'd use his left hand. That's why he set his gadgets with the mechanism on his left.
Maybe someone exploited the fact against him?
Exactly. I think that's likely what happened. Caesar would have been under a lot of time pressure during the escape. He'd have had mere seconds to open the hidden compartment, retrieve the dummy, then open the secret door and make a swift escape. But I'm sure he was confident. He would have rehearsed countless times to the point where
you
it
would
was
think so.
second nature.
Like,
He'd barely need to think about what he was doing because muscle memory would guide him through. So he opened the compartment, took out the dummy, checked everything was in order, and then went to leave. With his left hand, he reached for the button, and suddenly, his heart skipped a beat. It wasn't there. Much like when you reach for your keys but find your pocket empty, his mind needed a moment to process what was going on. Instinctively, his left hand would keep feeling around for the missing button, maybe for another second or two, until the bottom of the box gave way. With the stakes being as high as they were, just a 2-second delay cost him everything. the authorities would find nothing suspicious and conclude that his death was due to his own error.
Oh, that was a lot. That is a huge deduction there, Linny.
In reality, someone switched the boxes, and they did it to murder him. But how would they be able to make the switch without being noticed? That would be difficult to pull off, no?
It would have to have been someone who knew that he was left-handed and who could move his props around without arousing suspicion. Someone who was always by his side.
Plot twist? Is it Gemma actually?
Got right.
Oh, okay,
Lorenzo.
Lorenzo. Never mind. It couldn't be that super different plot twist. It has to be obvious.
Just couldn't let sleeping dogs lie, could you? There's not a lot of people who'd go to all this trouble for some magician who died 10 years ago. I didn't want to have to do this, you know. Silencing you the hard way just creates more problems for me to deal with. But I gave you your chance. I hoped you'd do what's good for you and back off like the lady, but you disappoint me.
You mean Gemma? So you are the...
Yes, although however stubborn she might be, she was never much of a liability. But you people, you never even knew him, but for some reason you just wouldn't drop it.
I see how it is. So yeah, probably Linny is the master and knows Caesar already. That's why she wouldn't drop it.
Can't leave this place alive. Take them.
Do you?
Let's do some absolute destroying.
Now disappear.
Quiet.
Boom,
Game's up.
boom,
It's over.
boom, boom, boom. Oh. Oh, there's more. Okay, let's do some traveler action. Ooh, 6k, 14k. Okay, that's not a whole lot.
Step right
Not
up.
as much as I was expecting.
Go! Wipe out!
Here comes the finale.
Let's go. Oh, nice, 54k. Yeah, here doesn't stand a chance against two people with vision. Oh, nice. Can a card hit you like that? I don't know. That card would if it went that fast, it would stop. It was like stop through the skin. It wouldn't knock you out like a punch.
Had enough yet, Lorenzo? Your cronies can't help you now. I think it's high time you started talking. And what I'd really like to know is, why did you murder Caesar?
If I had a mora for every time you said that man's name. Of course you idolized Caesar, everyone else did. But I was the real genius magician. Me.
Oh, jealousy. I sense some jealousy here.
He was just an amateur who did cheap tricks for gullible children. I was the one who made magic into the fine art it is today. The aristocrats doffed their hats to me.
It isn't about the length of magic, it's about being nice, Lorenzo.
So it was jealousy.
Jealousy. Hatred, more like. I hated Caesar. All he cared about was his magic. He lived and breathed it. He poured everything into his street performances and his stupid tours like it was just a hobby to him, never bothering to think about Mora. What sort of fool devotes their life to the art of deception and never has a Mora to show for it?
What? This is what even is that motivation? Oh, make it better. That's so he was just jealous because he's just being a nice guy. What is it here?
But the people loved him, didn't they?
Yeah, of course.
How they looked up
He was
to
so nice to kid.
No one gave me a second look. All I ever heard was, "Oh, your master's amazing, isn't he? Amazing."
Yeah, yep,
So
that
amazing
sounds
that
more
he
like
was
jealousy to me.
completely broke. Every other apprentice was living it up at their master's expense, but no, not me. I put in all the work, mastered all the skills, and it brought me nothing more than the life I already had.
So you killed him? Yeah, that's a straight up
He forbade me from
admitting.
using magic to trick people out of their mora. There was nothing he hated more than that.
Oh wow, what a terrible guy. He refused to trick people, he refused to steal from people. He's terrible, oh my god.
And with his reputation in
This guy
Fontaine,
is awful.
it was too risky for me to go it alone. As long as he was alive, if I died, I had to kill him.
And this was your only motive?
Okay, so Lorenzo is the actual weasel.
It was reason enough. What other motive would I need?
Well, I was under the impression that there might have been other factors at play. For instance,
Ooh.
you were in love with Gemma, but she was engaged to Caesar.
Okay, where are you pulling all this, lady? That sounds a bit unnecessary. Like, where do you even get the evidence for this?
In love with Gemma? Don't be ridiculous.
Oh, I remember it. So, that drunk guy who still who hasn't found love, and yeah, the whole crust thing. I remember now. That makes sense. I guess that does put a little bit of context to it.
Guess I was wrong about that.
Still not a good way.
Next question. Are you the Phantom Weasel?
I am.
Straight to court. Guilty.
Strict with me. He insisted that his way was the right way. That the sole purpose of magic. I never bought into any of that. I was more interested in the practical value of magic. Sure enough, it helped me fill my pockets with all kinds of valuable treasures.
What are you gonna do with all that money being miserable? I heard that the Phantom Weasel stole from the rich and poor alike.
Oh yeah! Charlotte told us that the weasel would steal whatever people value.
That's just how it looked from the outside. What would any thief want with second-rate loot? I stole cheap things as a way of practicing my craft. It was other people's
That's a
overactive
special kind of
imaginations
level.
that conjured up the preposterous.
So, that's the story, huh? Well,
What choice do I have? So be it. I've enjoyed power and wealth for the last 10 years.
very well. Traveler, Paimon, keep an eye on Loren.
Okay, what an absolute bad guy with no. It's just like you can just give him like an actual motivation. That's not a motivation. So he was jealous of Caesar. Well, that's not a good motivation to give a villain.
At least I can finally stop looking.
It's just very pathetic. Okay, what do we do here now? Okay, oh, it's just leaving then. Bye, Lorenzo. Enjoy the prison.